if you're going to watch any video today and you really want to learn how to get out of the box 1 of the pentatonic scale, then watch this video. It's crucial. I watched a video by a guy named Morten Faerestrand. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Faerestrand, Faerestrand. And he did a video called Escaping the Pentatonic Box 1, Guitar Lesson by Morten Faerestrand. And in that video, he has shown me how to unlock the pentatonic scales. So let's get into this, okay? So again, subscribe if you want to see more of these. Whenever I learn something really cool like this, I'm going to share it. So if you're subscribed and you hit that little notification bell, then you'll be able to get notifications whenever I upload new videos. More than likely, probably not, because YouTube's notification things are just out of whack. Let's get into this. Here's the A pentatonic scale, A minor pentatonic scale to be technical. And I've also memorized the other positions, like or. Okay, so I've memorized all the shapes, okay, of the pentatonic scales. But when I play blues or when I play a pentatonic scale, I am usually stuck right there on the box 1. For the most part, I just do licks in the pentatonic box 1. So what I'm going to show you now helps me to break free from being stuck on pentatonic box 1. Even though I've memorized the different positions, I don't really use anything but the 1 and a couple, a little bit here and there. But this method has unlocked this for me. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the lesson that he gives in my own words and explain the benefits, okay? He starts out explaining that a pentatonic scales are excellent. They're great to know. Even if you only know the box, they're still great because it helps you to learn the foundations of arpeggios and the full scales and all that. So they're great to learn. Pentatonic scale, what he brings up, the point is that a pentatonic scale is basically 5 notes. Pentatonic apparently means 5, okay? So we're going to go back to the E minor pentatonic scale, which is. So a pentatonic scale in its fullness is really only 5 notes. So if we start from here, if we do the regular E pentatonic minor pentatonic scale, my pinky's on the 15th fret of the E, pointer finger's on the 12th fret of the E, then I put my pinky on the 15th fret of the B, and then the 12th fret of the B, my ring finger on the 14th fret of the G. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? That is the full pentatonic scale. But the only other notes are other octaves, okay? And so one way, what he makes the point of is that you can do it this way, but you can also do those exact same notes a different way, and this way. And all I'm doing there is I got my pinky on the 15th fret of the E, and then my pointer finger on the 12th fret of the E. Then I slide it down, I slide my pointer finger down to the 10th fret of the high E. And then I pick also the 12th fret of the B and the 10th fret of the B. So here's the shape. If you memorize this one shape, this is going to unlock the pentatonic scales for you. It has for me, okay? Here's the shape. See it? Okay, so in other words, rather than doing this, I'm not saying you should never do this, but I'm saying for this exercise, rather than going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And memorize the shape because it's so easy. So, like I said, those are the 5 notes of the pentatonic scales. Now all you have to do is do that exact same shape in the different octaves, and then you can cover the whole scale, okay? So in other words, here's the first octave. Okay, so the octave starts here. Here's the next octave. So you start from that exact same note and do the exact same shape again. Again, it's skipping the 2 frets, and then skipping 1, and then going to the next string and skipping 1. That's the shape, okay? So you're doing it from... You hit 1, do that exact same shape from the starting point of the next octave. And then what you do is you go to the next octave, which is, okay, so you go here, here's the next octave. You start from that exact note and do the exact same phrase, the exact same shape. Okay? And so if you look at that whole thing, if you go really slowly, it'll take a little bit of time to get used to it. Here's the whole thing. Okay, that's 5 notes per octave. Now, when you do that, a couple things happen. First of all, you'll notice other shapes when you do this. In order to go smoothly through those octaves, you'll recognize some other shapes that will help you. Like you'll recognize this shape. Put your ring finger on the 12th fret of the E, pointer finger on the 10th fret of the E, your ring finger on the 12th fret of the B, your pointer finger on the 10th fret of the B, your pinky on the 12th fret of the G, and your pointer finger on the 9th fret of the G. Okay, so there's another shape. So in other words, you'll recognize this shape as you're doing this over and over again. And recognizing that shape, skip 1, and skip 2 will allow you to easily get through the octaves. The other one is this. That's another shape you'll recognize. But again, as long as you do this and you work on it, these other shapes will present themselves, okay? And so anyway, so what this does is a couple things. First, this is going to force you, and it forces me, to phrase in ways that I would not have phrased normally. Like I'll show you. Like I got some backing tracks here. So here's how I would normally do it. Box 1, pentatonic, E pentatonic minor scale. And that's, I do that same thing and it gets really old. So if I do it this technique, watch what happens to my phrasing. I do stuff I would never have done in the one box. This one. See? I would never have done this if it wasn't for me trying to get this note up here. And then what happens is also, all of a sudden, look at this. All of a sudden, the other shapes that I've memorized, the other positions of the pentatonic scale I've memorized, I start recognizing, I start seeing the 3 notes. I see the bottom part of it, and then all of a sudden I can go, if I want to, I can just go down the rest of that one as something to do. In other words, to incorporate the other positions. So like when I do this, okay, wait a minute. That looks a lot like. So then I can just incorporate that in there as well to get me out of the one box. See what I'm saying? And then other shapes will present themselves as well. See, I can either go back to the regular shape we're using now, or I can go. But I never would have got to that position had I not been doing this new technique. Or if I go. Well, this part looks like, well, that looks like interesting. That looks familiar. Oops. See, I'm recognizing the different shapes. So I recommend working on getting these notes together. And then just solo using the new configuration. All of a sudden you'll be doing stuff that maybe you've heard other people do, but you've never done yourself because you just didn't feel right. It'll open up, it'll do that. So it'll help you phrase differently. It'll break you out of the box 1, and it will also help you memorize the different positions of the pentatonic scale. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks.